It's Tyler here from the Ubyssey, and I'm here today to show you a really popular recipe for kale chips, and it's something that's really local and really seasonal because they're growing right now here even at Ubyssey farm. So the great thing about these kale chips is that they're actually really easy to make. I've got kale, salt, pepper, lemon, chili flakes, soy sauce, and a bit of olive oil, and that's all it's going to take apart from the oven. So the first thing we need to do to get our kale chips going is actually wash the kale, because as you can see here it's super curly and that's really a great place for dirt and bugs to hang around. So it needs to be super dry because otherwise it's not going to bake up very well. So what I need to do now is start cutting it off, because as you can see here these stems are actually really woody and we don't want to eat any of that. You can also use kitchen shears if you have them, but this is probably easier. I've cut all the stems off of my kale and it's just a matter of tearing it into bite-sized pieces, making sure that they're not too big or too small. They should be, I guess, about the size of a normal chip. So one of the recipes is going to be olive oil, lemon juice, and a bit of red chili flakes, and I'm going to start with that one. You want to make sure that it's spread out relatively well because you don't want it to be overlapping too much. If you put too much on, it'll go soggy. So they smell good, and they have a bit of darkness around the edge, a little bit of browning, which is nice. But the real test here is how crunchy they sound. That's perfect, if you can just hear that. Not too salty, which is good, but that lemon juice is really nice for a kick there because it really makes it nice and sharp. So I like them, they're good. Great. We can get started on the second batch here with the same pan. I'm just going to do the exact same thing. The only difference is instead of the lemon juice, I'm going to use a bit of soy sauce. It's really good with that soy sauce. It gets like a good umami flavor, which contrasts with the kale itself really nicely. So we might be a long ways from the fall harvest here in Vancouver, but that's no reason not to include some great greens from the Ubyssey farm in your diet. As you can see here, I've taken some simple kale and I've turned it into these really delicious kale chips. Super quick and really healthy for you. My name is Tyler McGraby. I'm the food columnist for the Ubyssey, and I'll see you guys next week. Oh.